Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you another PlayStation 4 review, and today's review is for King of Seas. Now this came out last week, I think it was, on PlayStation 4. It's taken me a little bit longer to get up the review for this one than I would have hoped. However, it's been a really busy week with film releases to review, and also some of the games as well that I've had to put some time into and get content up on the channel. However, I have now finally managed to get plenty of time in on this game to give you an in-depth review. And King of Seas, what is it? Well, this is essentially, it's like a little pirate adventure RPG, I suppose. Now, any of you out there, do you remember the game a few years ago, the Sid Meier's Pirates game? That's a game that I played endlessly back in the original Xbox days, I believe it was released on. And it was a fantastic little pirate game. Well, this game is very much in the mould of Sid Meier's Pirates. However, just falls short a little bit, in my opinion, as being as classic as a game like Sid Meier's Pirates. What do you get with this game? Well, essentially, there is a story here, and you are called Lucky. You are the son of the royalty of the seas, I suppose. There is a betrayal that takes place. You are blamed for everything that's gone wrong, and you basically have to go off and be a pirate to try and clear your name. That's me being pretty hazy on the story there. I never really like to spoil the story on games like this. So hence you go on adventures to try and clear your name while making a name as like a pirate at the same time. So what else do you get with this game? Well, you start off in a pretty basic ship. You've got to go run errands initially, the small time missions, delivering things, collecting things. And if you want to just go off and do like the story route, you can, but there are plenty of other things to do on this game. You can like dock at these places, and there is, and again, very much like the Sid Meier's Pirates, and I'm going to be making a lot of references to that game. When you're docked in that game and this game, you have a few options at the place you dock. You've got like a carpenter. Now the carpenter can repair your ship. You can buy a new ship, and there's a few different ships, and those of you familiar with pirate games won't be surprised. You start off with a little one, and basically they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But however, there are disadvantages the bigger they get, because the slower they maneuver. So it's about weighing up what kind of ship you want and what kind of pirate you want to be, if you like. So yeah, obviously it costs quite a lot of money to keep buying these ships and things like that. But also you can buy at the carpenter equipment to upgrade your ship. Each section of the ship you buy can be upgraded, even the beginner ship that you get at the start. And by that, it could be your hull. You can strengthen the hull. You can strengthen the cannons. You can strengthen the like the figurine on the front, the sails, you name it. You can strengthen it and improve it and make it stronger. As you level up in the game, you will then be allowed to buy stronger and more powerful equipment, some of them with magical elements, that kind of stuff. And you can equip them on all the different ships that you want to buy. So that you can do all that at the carpenter. There's a bank, which essentially is where you can store your stuff, that sort of thing. There's a market, essentially where you can buy and sell goods that you plunder on the high seas. So essentially it also works like as an economical type game. There's a buy and sell mechanic, so you can plunder things from the seas, either picking up things you find floating in the sea, or islands. You'll see like treasure flashing on the local islands. If you slow down and get close enough, you can pick up that treasure that you find. Or you can go around and shoot down, and sink every ship that you see to plunder their goods as well. So you could do that as well, and you pick up things like wood, candies, rubies, all sorts of different treasures, and each port that you dock in will give you different prices for different goods, and it's about you figuring out what you're going to get the best prices for which docks, and you know, taking it to the right one. But it's a quick and easy way to make money, and you're going to need plenty of money in this game, especially if you want to buy the best equipment and upgrade to the best ships. So you're constantly seeking out better treasure, better money, better equipment to make your ship a little bit more powerful, because I can tell you early on in this game, guys, it does get a little bit frustrating because you're going to die a lot. So some of the missions it gives you always seem to be the ships that you're battling and things like they're a couple of levels better than you, so you've really got to have your wits about you when you're doing the battles on the high seas. And it's fairly simple stuff, the battles on the high seas. It's left trigger, right trigger to fire, you know, port and aft weapons, that sort of thing. And you could choose 2 or 3 different options in regards to what kind of cannons you want to fire. You can equip like abilities on your ship, like, you know, like fire weapons, things like that, and other things as well. And you've got a crew on your ship, and you can upgrade them and put a better crew on your ship so that your ship performs better, etc., etc. It's almost like a looter shooter in some ways. It's the same kind of mechanics. You're constantly picking up better equipment for your ship, so you want to get to a dock and equip it as fast as you can, and sell the other stuff so that you can up your money, buy better ships, rinse and repeat. So it's got quite an addictive gameplay loop if that's your sort of thing. From my perspective though, I found it to get a little bit repetitive after a few hours. The core gameplay element is essentially that, you know, you can pick up side missions in the taverns. In the taverns you can recruit new pirates, but you can also get like side missions. People will offer you other side missions, and you get different rewards for that. You'll get gold, and you'll get new equipment for your ship and things like that. There's no voice acting, which I think is a real letdown. I would have preferred to have seen some voice acting here. There's no other action other than you on the sea. Like if you remember Sigma's Pirates, when you did go on the land, there was a few little like scenes that you could get involved in, like sword fighting scenes. Same when you plundered ships, you could have like get into like a battle with the other sailors on the ship, like a sword fighting thing. And I think this game misses that. Essentially it's just basically sailing and sailing and sailing and just trying to get better equipment and a better ship, to make it, you know, to make yourself a little bit more powerful. If you're looking for a nice cute little pirate game, this is certainly worth checking out. It isn't expensive. I think it's about $15.99 in the UK, something like that. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think it could have been better, with a bit more voice acting, and if they'd have added, you know, a few more cutscenes outside the ship and things like that for you to get involved in. But it's certainly not a bad game. I've had no problems with it mechanically, you know. Everything works. I've had no glitches, no crashes, anything like that. It runs pretty smoothly, and as you can see yourself, it's a pretty cute game as well. So 7.5 out of 10 for me for King of Seas. Definitely worth picking up if you're looking for a nice cute little game, pirate game to play. You could do far worse than this one. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with more reviews on the channel very, very soon.